Dehne.
Sam Dehne, the Encyclopedia Reno Government. I was going to hopefully go behind him so I could figure out what he was going to say about his issue, but I will talk about it on my own. But first of all, I want to say something about the CAFR, the notorious CAFR, the Comprehensive Annual Financial Report, maybe one of the biggest issues in the entire year of the operations here. And I'm not exactly a financial guru, but I did spend a couple of nights in a motel, not a Motel 16. At any rate, the Comprehensive Annual Financial Report, the CAFR, if you delve into that thing, you're going to find out that there's dozens of millions of dollars, I hate to say, use the word hidden, but hidden in there, that if you really wanted to, you could dig in there and pull some of that money out and pay off some of these horrible debts that are overhanging the city. They're down there in areas where money, to put it simply, money has come into the city budget, into the city, and now you don't need it anymore, and there's money left over, and instead of sending it back out, you put it down here inside of that gigantic, the CAFR is about that thick. It used to be about that thick. At any rate, there is money down in there that should be investigated, which I doubt that you will do. Also, relative to the two, I'm not speaking for or against, but I noticed that you're going to by the way, the folks out in TV land, the consent agenda is just a situation where they're going to vote on a whole bunch of stuff without even talking about it, except they did pull a few things off today. And I'm not speaking for or against this, but I noticed that you're going to spend over $500,000 on the bowling stadium for some video stuff. Now, if the baseball gurus back in New York found out that you have $500,000, among other things, $500,000 to spend on video stuff, they would probably look askance at that, especially since you don't want to pay them, since the brouhaha that's developing over the baseball stadium under the theory that there's not that much money left to go around. And I'm not speaking for or against buying that stuff for the bowling stadium, which the stadium's been working for a long time with whatever it's got, and now you're going to spend more on it. But I also want to say something about this concept of you spending, for starters, I'll have to say, for starters, that you're going to spend almost $250,000 hiring outside attorneys as labor experts. And at last count, I think we could ask Mr. Cadlick over there, I think we've got at least 20 attorneys full-time on the city staff. I would have to think that as a citizen out there, I could do it if you want to call me in there, to oversee labor relations. Why are you hiring outside attorneys? And whose side are they going to take during their negotiations and presentations and studying?
Thank you very much.
I hope they'll give at least as much consideration to the unions as to you folks.
Thank you very much.
And last but not least, I do want to thank the city manager for telling us what that doodad, that big red doodad is down there. It's a star.
Mr. Dehne. Thank you, Chief.